Good morning. I bid you good tidings on this very windy morning. I didn't know how windy it was going to be when I decided to do a morning walk. So I don't have anything to keep my hair down other than this just light duty hairband. So we'll see how it goes. The dogs are out in full force, as you can hear. But today I'm going to do a morning verse. So we are walking down the hill to the wealthy ladies sitting area, where I'm going to talk about 1 Timothy, the first maybe 10 or so verses in 1 Timothy, because it resonates with me about what we are all experiencing now, and it goes in tune with what I'm talking about with Lambda today on the Lamster series about truth, lies, etc. So, good morning, dogs. Hi, guys. I don't know if you can tell from the audio capture, but there's dogs in every direction. They're having an important dog meeting about something. I don't know what they're discussing. I don't know if they're discussing what the up and down of Dogecoin. I don't know if they're discussing whether it's going to be a dog market or not in the stocks. Who knows? But they have some important dog business today. So if they're going to keep barking, I'm just gonna do my video anyway and not stop, because everybody likes dogs, and when I've listened to it on replay, it's usually not too loud, so we're just gonna leave it in. Anyway, here's the little frog pond I come down to, but we're not going over there today. We're gonna go over here, and we're gonna sit in this nice lady's little sitting area, and we're gonna have us a Bible verse talk. Here we go. See how nice this is? I love it over here. It's very, very quiet. Very nice place to sit. There's a robin up there. Let's have a sit. It's lovely out here. You can see the frog pond. You can see this lady's nice yard. There goes a rabbit hopping over to the edge of the woods over there. It looks like she's put in a new bench over there, because I see little markers in the yard. Maybe they, I don't know what they're doing over there. I haven't asked yet. But anyway, this is that lady's house that lets me stay here and park in her driveway. So she's really sweet to me. Anyway, it's a lovely overcast morning. I'm going to be on Lamster today. That'll be at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to put a link in the description and a pinned comment below, where today with Lambda, I'm going to be discussing why I think... I'm going to wait for that car. See what I said? Every time I have something important to say, I'm interrupted by a car. Every time. That's the only car that's been out here for the 20 minutes I've been walking. The only one. Anyway, today I'm going to be discussing with Lambda why I think that belief, myth, religion is truer than science and fact. And I say this as someone, those of you who follow me know that on a technical level, I am some kind of atheist. I have never been able to feel faith. I've never been able to experience the divine. I've never felt a spiritual experience outside of my own mind. And I can't quantify any of my experiences as something that I believe was from a divine source, an angel, a devil, or anything like that. So I have come to Christianity because it is an important building block of my people here in Appalachia. It's an important building block of my family, and my family from beyond. My ancestors came from Scotland, Ireland, Eastern Europe, and Christianity was important in some expression to all of them as well. And I don't like to split hairs about, how Christianity is pagan or not, or what they took from Europeans, or how much different Christianity is from Islam and Judaism because of A, B, C, D, and E. I don't like those arguments because they go nowhere, and they're just an endless pill pull of talking about, well, what did the Jews really do to you? What did the Jews really want you to think with Christianity? And I get so tired of that. I can't. Christianity is the language. It's the spiritual language of my people. I have to be a part of it if I want to be a part of my kinfolk here. And if I want to care about what goes on here, I'm a Christian. So that's why I've returned to Christianity. And that arc in my life for about the last 15 years, that's what I'm going to be speaking about today with Lambda. So if that sounds like something you would like to hear me talk about at length for about an hour, then definitely come check out the stream I'm doing with Lambda today. So let's go ahead and get to the main event today. That is 1 Timothy 1:3 through, I think, 9 or 10. And Paul wrote 1st and 2nd Timothy. He was, I think this was after he wrote Ephesians, I think, or after he visited Ephesus. I don't remember. But Paul wrote to Timothy to warn him about establishment lies and the corruption of what you and I would call the state or the organized church. And it's very relatable to what's happening today. Every day, I have to see the news, and I know it's full of lies. I hear politicians talk on videos on the internet. I hear it through my mother's TV lookity box when she has on Fox News all the time. I hear and see an endless amount of lies, and a lot of them are Jewish lies. And Paul points this out. And, well, I'm just going to leave this in, too. Every time I say something important, there's a vehicle. Every time. So, there's also another large red truck coming here. So we're gonna just wait on that, too. Okay, well, it's just sitting there. It's not moving. Whatever. Anyway, Paul wrote to warn about the negative secular Jewish element. What I believe would one day, many centuries later, become what you and I would know as Zionists, Marxists, the kind of people who are not led by religion, whether it be Talmudic, rabbinical Judaism, whether it be something older than that, whether they be like Mennonites or Amish or whatever, or the Hasids in New York. I don't think that when Paul is talking about the problematic Jews and the Jewish lies, I don't think he's talking about those people. I think he's talking about the people that run the ADL. I think he's talking about SPLC. I think he's talking about the heartless globalist bankers that want to enslave us all with usury. That's who they're talking about. And when we look at this through a biblical lens, the first like 10 verses in 1 Timothy, it lays it out pretty smooth. It says that, well, I can't quote it because I can't remember it, but what it said to me when I read it was, you have to be on the lookout, Timothy, because they're called Timothy because Paul's writing to Timothy. Timothy, you have to be on the lookout. You have to be aware that there are powerful people, and through the sanctity of cloth and through the responsibility of a statesman, through the responsibility of a noble lord, they're going to lie to you on purpose. They're going to speak to you untruths because they're removing faith, they're removing truth from what they're telling you is. And he warns him that the laws of man are made by people who have rejected God and who have rejected truth. And it's a very important few verses, and that it speaks to me on a deep level. But that red truck is still just sitting up there. It speaks to me on a deep level because it's the things that I have come to in the last 10 years, and here they are written by somebody, what, 1950 years ago, 1920 years ago, something like that. And it's a good passage. You should read it. It's I'll put a link to it. Well, no, I need to put a link to the Lambda thing. It's 1 Timothy. It's the first 10 verses of 1 Timothy. It's easy to read. It's short, but to me it says that wise men and men who seek truth and men who want to be good, they have always seen there are evil men who will use their positions of power and respect, whether it be through the church, whether it be through the state, to lie to you, to make you hate, to make you confused, to make your heart bend to their will. And Paul wrote about that almost 2,000 years ago. And that's very, very heavy in my mind, especially with all this Ukraine-Russia crap. Like, my government has lied to me about military engagement since I was born. 40 years I've had to stomach their lies about everything from, I don't know, Cuba, Korea, Vietnam, all the way up to Desert Shield and Desert Storm, 9/11, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Iraq twice, Benghazi, Syria, Crimea. It never ends with these people. They lie to us. And especially during the Brother War era, from the 1860s to the 1940s. During that ugly period, these same kinds of people, and I'm not saying that the Jays here, I'm just saying the same kind of evil people that use their station to lie and manipulate you. If you love your state, if you love your country, if you love your people, if you love your religion, they use those lies against you to pull your heartstrings and make you give them money, to make you do what they want, and to send your sons off to die for them. It's not for our benefit. It's always, always, always has been for their benefit. And who are they? Well, the anti-whites, of course. What do you want to call them? Do you want to call them the globalists? Do you want to call it Zog? Whatever you want to call them. The evil, heartless people that have created institutions going back centuries now that they use to lie to us and manipulate us. We have to be cognizant of that and resist their mind poison. That's why I promote Go Free so much. It helps you break free of that web of lies. And then actively, you can choose to turn off the TV. Don't read the clickbait. Just ignore all of the news garbage. Build something real in your life. Just get a little bit of news if you care about it. But remember, the goal with the news is to make you think and feel a way for their agenda. Whether it be jingoism, which is weaponized patriotism and nationalism, whether it be some kind of crusade to go exterminate some kind of people or some kind of idea. Well, why would you ever want to send your sons off to die for that? If you're a young man listening, why would you ever want to die for that? Don't. Do not feed this evil beast. Starve it. It's in its death throes. It's dying. We have to keep starving it and let it die. So with that, I hope that you will read the first 10 verses or so of 1 Timothy, and I hope that they say to you what they say to me. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful Easter, and please come listen to me talk about truth and myth today with Lambda on the Lamster series. Goodbye and God bless. And yes, that red truck is still sitting up there. I don't know why. Maybe he's waiting to talk to me. Anyway, I have to go. I hope you all have a blessed day and a lovely Easter. Goodbye.